Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some pretty interesting information that's come out from the Rockstar Games camp and that was released just a day ago or several hours ago about a new job listing that might suggest a new game is on the way soon and is possibly evidence of Rockstar's next game, as well as everything else we've learned from their shareholders meeting or whatever Take-Two meeting they did where they talked about some of their finances and whatnot. So let's do a quick recap of that first. Take-Two Interactive is the parent company of Rockstar Games, and Take-Two Interactive made mention that Rockstar is hard at work on some exciting future projects that will be revealed soon. And that tease came as a part of the company's latest earnings report. That we already know about. Also, Chief Financial Officer Lainie Goldston of Take-Two Interactive says that the company is expecting a 75-25 revenue split between 2K Games and Rockstar Games for the current fiscal year, which is April 1st, 2016 to March 31st, 2017. Now, what this suggests is that Rockstar's next game is probably not going to be coming out during this fiscal year. And also, CEO Strauss Zelnick said on the call that Take-Two has already announced their complete slate for the current fiscal year and that no Rockstar titles are on it. So what does that mean? There's a lot of financial talk and jargon on there. Basically, it states that a Rockstar game will not come out before March 31st, 2017, which is pretty much to be expected because I don't think there's ever been a time where Rockstar have announced a game and then within the same year or under a year released a game. There was a 22-month period between when Rockstar first announced Grand Theft Auto 5 and then when they launched it in September of 2013. So try to keep that timeline in mind, and for whatever the next Rockstar game is going to be, it's probably going to be around the same delay point from when it's launched to also when it is announced and finally comes out. So now let's talk about the new bit of evidence that was actually released the other day. This was actually posted on Rockstar's site. Rockstar San Diego is looking for a game tester. So the description for this job is Rockstar San Diego are looking for a creative and passionate QA tester to assist with the needs for multiplayer functionality. So that's pretty interesting. You can see some of the responsibilities right there. Test our games, looking for problems and accuracy report errors. And then you've got some of the desired qualities that one would want for this position. A passion for Rockstar Games, at least a year of testing multiplayer games. However, one of the biggest things underneath the desired qualities is experience with Xbox Live, PlayStation Network Plus, the Rockstar Games Social Club, and Steam platforms. So that's really interesting. Could this suggest that whatever game Rockstar San Diego is working on will launch on all systems from day one? That being on Xbox, PlayStation, and on the PC and Steam systems. That would be cool because that's rarely something we've ever seen before from Rockstar. There's always typically a delay from the console versions to the PC versions that are ultimately released. So that's some really interesting information right there. And we know that Rockstar San Diego is the branch of Rockstar Games that was responsible for bringing Red Dead Redemption to the table and was one of the best games of all time, as we've mentioned. And I have absolutely no clue of the validity of any of the Red Dead leaks that have been coming out, but it's interesting that so many are arising. And I always use this analogy that when there's smoke, there's typically a fire, and all these leaks are just little bits and pieces of smoke that maybe are indicating that maybe the next Rockstar Games will be an extension of the Red Dead franchise. Now, obviously, the game tester responsibilities and desired qualities you'd want isn't going to give anything away about what Rockstar could possibly be working on. And honestly, I think all of our questions are going to be answered in just a few short weeks. I've been getting lots of questions like this. This comes from Eogan Walsh on Twitter. He asked me, do you think Rockstar will announce a new game/games at E3? And if so, what games/games? So I think there are two outcomes for Rockstar at E3. The first of which would be a giant Grand Theft Auto 5 expansion. I'm talking something along the lines of a massive story mode DLC expansion. I think that would be an appropriate place to launch something like that. The other thing I could see is a brand new game, as you mentioned, and all signs are pointing towards Red Dead in terms of whether it's Red Dead 3 or another installment of the Red Dead series. I can see it being something like that. Now, there's always the possibility of another Rockstar game being announced like Bully, or, a continuation of Max Payne, but really all signs are pointing towards Red Dead. And honestly, I wouldn't be complaining at all because this is going to be so cool if indeed this is the game that is released. However, keep in mind that if a new game is announced, the earliest it could come out would be April 1st, 2017. And it's always interesting when Rockstar posts job listings like this to see kind of what they're about. Some of them are slightly more irrelevant. Some of them are very interesting, like this, where the game tester would almost be in the latter stages of development, making that things are, for the most part, ready to go and ready to be launched out. So I think this is really exciting. Let me know, obviously, what you think in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.